success there.
Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to show you how to crush a muscle and strength building bulk, how to pick the foods, how to create a structure, and how to nail things so you gain maximum muscle, maximum strength, and minimum fat. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas, I turn in videos just like this. All right. So I wrote this out this morning. Let me kind of make my ugly face a little bit smaller here. And let me pull up the form. Basically, I'm going to show you guys how I work with my clients to structure a proper bulk. And I'm going to help you guys even pick foods, how to create a basic plan, and how to execute the plan, how to structure your training, how to have a break-in period with your training while you're dialing in your diet, et cetera, et cetera. So first off, this might seem like a super obvious thing, but you know, one of the things when it comes to creating a diet plan, a bulk or a cut or whatever, is that people kind of, you know, don't know what to eat, or they overcomplicate things, or they gravitate towards foods they might not necessarily like, et cetera. So the first thing I want you guys to do is we want to find foods that we enjoy. Okay, we don't want to be forced to eat things we don't enjoy because they're bulking foods or bodybuilding foods or muscle building foods. So we're going to focus on foods we enjoy. We're going to have three columns here: the proteins, protein choices we enjoy, this should be plant-based. I'm sorry. This should be plant-based, and we'll dive into that in a minute. And then other, you know, just other things. Now, there is room in here for some fun foods. And depending on your budget, you know, you might have to rely on things that aren't optimal. Like during my college years when I was poor, my other was ramen and canned tuna. And I had to do boxes of macaroni and cheese because it was super cheap. Back in the day, it was like 20 cents a box. So not always the best choices, but sometimes you got to do, you know, what you got to do. So we want to focus on nutrients. One of the reasons for doing this, we want to find foods we like, right? But we also want to focus on nutrients. We want to get more than just calories into our body. We want to get nutrients. We're trying to fuel a machine, right? So we want to focus on nutrients, and to a minor degree, a few diversity, you know, a little bit of diversity in food choices. That'll help us build a broader nutrient base. So once you get these foods in this column, you want to get familiar with them. You want to go on MyFitnessPal or whatever, and you want to really get familiar with them. What's the serving size? How many grams of protein in the serving size? How many calories? How many grams of fat? How many grams of carbs, etc. So you really want to get familiar with these food choices. You're going to have, I don't know, 15, 18 in this list. These are going to be your staples. You don't have to eat just this, but these food choices, you're going to become super familiar with them. So let's start with protein foods. I'm going to do what I like to do, and I'm going to build diversity. I like steelhead trout. Okay, that's about the only seafood option that I like to eat frequently. I like shrimp as well. You know, I'm not a big whitefish eater. I'm not going to put shrimp in here because, you know, it's not something I like to eat every week. If I want to pop it in every now and then, that's fine. So what else do I like? I like eggs, obviously. And I'm a big Greek yogurt eater. I just find Greek yogurt plain and the flavored variations to be super convenient when I'm bulking. Now, what other protein foods do I like? Occasionally, I like to have a protein drink, like Pure Protein. This allows me to get in a quick or you know, protein powder. You can see my protein powder over there. Protein drink, a ready-made drink, or protein powder. This allows me to get in some protein, you know, without having to you know, slam a bunch of calories. And one thing I like, and I'm going to put in mince here, which is going to sound like an American a term Americans won't always understand, but with the mince, You know, I do a lot of force of nature stuff. I do elk, I do wild boar, I do venison, I do bison. So that's one of my options with the mince. Um, I get a lot of the force of nature, you know, ground meats, and I use them basically with rice. Super simple. So plant based. Now here is I'm going to get these out of here. Plant based. Here is where people go. You know, on a bulk or even on a cut. This is where people get kind of screwy, right? Plant-based should be things you like that are plants. You know, don't think of it like eat your veggies. Think of it as like, what do you like to eat as far as plant-based foods, right? What do I like to eat? So one thing I like to do with my Greek yogurt is eat berries, strawberries. They have this 3-berry blend, frozen strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, whatever. But I can mix that with a Greek yogurt and get a lot of nutrients because I got this 3-berry blend, and I can mix it in with a Greek yogurt, and it's super satisfying, especially when those berries are frozen. So plant-based can be anything, right? Anything you like. I don't do the broccoli and cauliflower thing. We're looking at nutrient diversity here. We don't have to do broccoli and cauliflower. One thing I like as well is mushrooms. You can dice those up and toss those in, you know, with mince, and you're good to go. I love tomatoes, and they're super flexible, super filling. They're you know, really a food volume food. Onions and hot peppers are a big one for me. Hot peppers or just peppers. Any type of peppers, they add food volume. You can get a diversity in colors. You can go hot. You could go bell pepper, whatever, that sort of thing. And what else do I do? Onions. You can do onions. You can do I do baby bok choy a lot because I like to get in a green. I like to get in some kind of a leafy green. And baby bok choy is something that you probably should try if you haven't. I like it a lot better than spinach, or, you know, I'm not a kale guy. You can dice it up, toss it in anything. Spinach works as well. But there you have it. I got my 5 plant-based staples. I didn't overcomplicate things. Now, the thing is, like, if you're trying to keep your bulk simple, your meals simple, I can take steelhead trout, mix it with rice, add in some tomatoes or mushrooms. I got a really simple muscle building dinner option. I can take in my mince, elk, bison, wild boar, venison. I can mix that with rice. I can add in mushrooms, tomatoes, hot peppers, whatever. Really super simple. Usually my fruit choices, a lot of times go with my Greek yogurt choices. So on the other category, yes, rice is, you know, plant-based, but these are more, you know, I'm going to put over here some other choices that I tend to eat a lot. Rice is a big one. Very, very rarely, but sometimes we do ramen just for that old time throwback feel. And you know, other foods that I tend to have on my bulk: beer. All right, on Saturday, you know, when we go out for the longer runs, I'll work in, you know, 2-3 beers, depending on what we have. But that's just a silly thing to add in the list. And, you know, occasionally we'll do the weekend pizza. But, you know, one thing I want to put in here is that, you know, when you're traveling, you have to have some food choices as well, or when you're away from your normal environment. I'll do a protein bar, like a Big 100 vanilla churro bar. I know what I'm going to eat. It might be jerky. Sometimes I'll do nuts, that sort of thing. So your others can be other foods, any type of other foods you really, really enjoy. Now let's move on a little bit. We have our food choices, and we're going to get familiar with them again. Get familiar with them: protein, carbs, fats, and serving size. So you kind of know what you're going to do. Now we're going to generate a meal structure, a meal plan structure. We want to have a plan. We want to have a structure. Having a plan generally facilitates success. So if you just start eating randomly, whether you're somebody that finds it easy to overeat, or somebody that finds it difficult to eat enough, having a plan will help you hit your calorie goals for the day, and it'll help prevent a wide variance. We're not trying to be super tight during a bulk, but one of the issues with a bulk, or there are a couple of issues with a bulk, and look, we have very specific goals here, so we have to take this seriously. We're trying to build optimal amounts of muscle and strength. We have to take our nutrition seriously here. So we have to have a plan. We have to have some sort of a structure, and we need to try to keep our nutrition in line with our goals. So one of the issues on a bulk is people eat too much, right? They'll eat too much, which can really destroy a bulk. You can put on fat too fast. We don't want to do that. Another thing you find with people that have a busy life, or they're in school, or it's hard for them to eat enough in general, is that if they don't have a plan, they might eat normally one day and come 700 calories under the next, which isn't great for muscle building. So we want to sit down, look at our schedule, and plan the best times to eat. What are going to be the best times for me to eat? When am I generally hungry? Try to pencil in. Now, what I do once I have these times in is I try to pencil in 2 to 3 options for snacks and 3 to 5 options for main meals. So go ahead and build your calendar. When am I going to try to eat? And then you want to pencil in some options and keep those options around, so you have everything in house. You're ready to go. I also tend to plan post-workout and dinner first. I tend to put the calories in for post-workout. I tend to put my calories in for dinner first, because I tend to need more food after 5 p.m. That's how I like to eat. So whenever you like to eat, you should plan in your post-workout and that meal or meals first. Now, one final note for muscle building, you probably want to eat 4 times a day. You probably want to eat 4 times a day. Some of the science and some of the the experts in this field will agree that eating 4 times a day, or at least 30 grams of protein, or around there, 4 times a day, is probably the best for muscle building. So what I have here is just a 25 calorie example of a meal plan. You can see I planned in my times: 9 a.m., noon, 2:30 snack, 4:30 lift, 5:45 post-workout dinner and snack. So I have more meals in here than 4. This is kind of how I ate when I was at Tiger Fitness and I was training at my peak. This is almost exactly my meal plan. 9 a.m. breakfast, 300 calories, and I would do like Iggy cups, or I would do protein muffins made from flapjack mix with Greek yogurt on top. So I'd try to get in at least 25 grams of protein. Around noon, I would do like a meal. I would take in like a protein meal, one of these meal companies that provides meals. I would eat that, or I would meal prep and create my own. And I would get in about 400 calories and 30 plus grams of protein. Now, I knew my lift was coming up around 4:30, so I would have a light snack. I would try to get in some protein and some minor carbs, and again, about 250 calories. I would either do Iggy cups here, which I have the recipe on this channel. You can search Iggy cups. Or I would do my homemade protein bars from Flapjack. They sound like a candy bar, but this is basically just a protein pancake in a bar mix, and I would do that with Greek yogurt. So then I would lift. One of the most important things you want to focus on if you're in a bulk is getting in some simple carbs and some protein post-workout. Simple carbs, I would try to get in, over the years, I've always tried to get in about 300 calories or so post-workout. Not super filling, generally a protein shake and something with more faster digesting carbs to get the recovery process started, to get some carbs, some glycogen back in the muscles, start the recovery process. And then I would hit my dinner. I like a big dinner, so I would do 1,000 calories and at least 50 grams of protein. And then I would save room for a snack in the evening. Generally, I do Greek yogurt and berries. My dog's having fun over there. I would do Greek yogurt and berries. So this is about 2,500 calories. You could adjust things as you need. You don't have to use my schedule. And basically, what do I got? 25, 25, 25. That's 75, 125, 145, at least 175 grams of protein. All right, so you're starting your bulk and you're starting a new training cycle. So we want to bulk properly. We don't want to do a fat bulk, right? So what we want to do is we want to look at training and bulking, the training and bulking period, as a two-step process. Step number one is a break-in cycle. The first 2 weeks of break-in, you're breaking in with training and bulking at the same time. So you're increasing your calories slightly, and you're going to ease into your new training cycle. You got a new workout, you got a new training cycle. You're going to kind of ramp up the first 2 weeks. You're going to ramp up in intensity, get the feel for the workout, whatever. So the first 2 weeks, while you're ramping into that new training cycle or getting used to that new training cycle, you're going to dial in your bulks. So you have that first 2 weeks, which is step one. And then step two is going to be the bottom here, where we're going to gain about 10 pounds over 3, 4, 5 months. So during that first 2 week period, I'm generally not an advocate of weighing in too frequently, but you do want to weigh in at least twice a week during this initial break-in stage, or when you're dialing in your bulk. You probably want to weigh in at least every other day. First thing in the morning, after you get up, urinate, step on the scale, weigh yourself, and track it. When you get up in the morning, you're at your lightest. It's going to be the most consistent. Urinate and step on the scale. So do that at least every other day. During this break-in period, you want to nail your nutrition plus or minus 100 calories. You can't dial in things if you're not precise. So really nail that precision during this first 2 weeks. Look for trends. Am I not gaining weight the first 4 or 5 days? I'm probably not eating enough. Let me add 150 calories in per day, right? Oops, I gained 4 or 5 pounds the first 3 or 4 days. That's water weight. Don't panic. But I probably need to dial my calories down a little bit. So the first 2 weeks are the dial-in period. And once you do this, more than once, you kind of know how to handle this dial-in period a little bit better. From there, once you have things nailed, we're going to move to stage two, where we'll still need to make adjustments over time. But we want to gain about 10 pounds over the course of 3, 4, 5 months. Some of this is going to depend on where you're at. Maybe you're a late intermediate lifter and you don't want to go super aggressive, so you want to gain 10 pounds over 5 months. Don't panic. What we're going to do, and you can check out, if you head over to my website above, superlivingtoday.com, and search bulk, you can find my bulking PDF, which will get more into this. But you want to gain about 10 pounds during a 3, 4, 5 month period. At that point, you want to reassess. Do I want to continue to bulk another 5 pounds? Maybe I'm just on a roll. Maybe I want to bulk another 10 pounds. But what we do here is we're not gaining weight too rapidly. We're gaining 10 pounds over 3, 4, 5 months. We get to stay in a calorie surplus. At this point in time, it's probably a good idea to do a mini cut, a quick mini cut over, 14 to 20 days, and then reset the whole thing, get on a new training cycle, get out of bulk. If you follow this type of plan, you're going to stay in a bulk over 10 months out of the year, because you're bulking 10 pounds and losing 6, 8, or even 10. You're going to stay relatively lean. You're going to recomposition over the course of a year. You're going to improve your body composition, gaining muscle and losing fat. The beautiful thing about this is, again, you're staying in a calorie surplus over 10 months out of the year. It's really going to facilitate quality amounts of muscle mass. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Drop them down below. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.